Sometimes in life we have the wind at our backs. It blows us along and life seems to be quite breezy. There are other times when we face a headwind. It's like we're going against the flow. Things are much more difficult. It's like the culture doesn't support what we're doing, or most people are saying or operating in a way that is different to us. In the Gospel story this coming Sunday in Matthew's Gospel chapter 14, verses 22 through to 33, we have the story of Jesus sending the disciples off, having just fed the 5,000, so quite a miraculous event. Probably a fair bit of euphoric feeling about that. Jesus, who was on his way to getting some time out before he fed the 5,000, ends up taking some time out on his own, and then he walks on the water to the disciples in the third watch, which is very early in the morning, from about 3 a.m. onwards, and finds them facing heavy headwinds. Now there's so many metaphors in all of that, but the remarkable part I want to particularly focus on here is that Jesus is walking on the water. It's long been a joke that people make about different things. There's a joke about Jesus golfing where he keeps hitting the golf ball into the water traps and walking over and playing the ball because you can walk on the water. I can't remember the punchline to that one. Oh no, that's right. Someone says, "Who does he think he is? Jesus Christ?" And his caddy, who's one of the angels, says, "No, he thinks he's Tiger Woods." I'd make of that what you will. But the interesting thing about walking on water, of course, is that water is a substance, but we don't normally consider it capable of holding our weight when we're walking on it. We can float on water, but not walking on it. And the other interesting thing about this story is that Jesus Peter comes out of the boat to meet Jesus on the water, and Peter sees the wind. Now that's an interesting phrase because you can't actually see the wind. You can see what the wind has been moving, but you can't actually see the wind. And often we are guilty of assuming certain things when we see certain things, and we think that we can see the wind. And if we are looking at those things, we will be distracted from the main game. And Jesus calms Peter and brings him back safely to the boat. And there's something about this dynamic where on the one hand you have Jesus who seems to be able to walk places that other people are not supported, and Peter who is distracted and focused on things that you actually can't see, and somehow we need to be more like one and less like the other. So that's what we're going to talk about this Sunday at Mustard Seed. I hope that you'll join us for that conversation. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to go with it yet, but I like the ideas there, and I think there's some really fruitful imagery that we can play with. So Jesus walking on the water, have a look at Matthew chapter 14, verses 22 to 33, and tune in to Mustard Seed next Sunday and see what we can make of that. Okay, hope you have the wind at your back this week. But if you do have a headwind, don't try and look at it. Just keep doing the good stuff. God bless you and see you soon.